2012, one couple moved into a new home. The events that followed have never been explained.
How could someone so cute be so stink? Ah!
Well, can we start with Mandingo? Because
you want to start there?
yeah, we've got to start there.
Can we like get to know each other?
We want to jump straight into it. We just saw Django Unchained, and there's a lot of Mandingo talk in there.
Oh, really?
In 1 week, I've heard Mandingo talk more than any time in my life.
Been a really good week.
Yeah.
It's been a really good week. Nice.
Like, why did you want to do this crazy movie? I mean, you do scary movies. Why do this one?
Your reaction? I don't know. I just like that reaction from the audience where they're confused whether, I am so wrong for doing this, but I'm even more wrong for laughing at this. But it's so funny, I have to laugh. This is something fun about doing the things that people are thinking, but you just say it. You just got the balls to say it. And I just want to do a rated R comedy that this generation of kids could talk about the way 10 years ago they talked about a scary movie. You know, like that kind of just balls out comedy that's just like, I've never seen nothing like this. It's different, it's weird, the characters are funny, and the jokes come out of left field. You don't, when you first sit down, you don't know that this is gonna, because it's not a parody in the sense of how parodies have been done.
Yeah.
This is a horror comedy with some parody moments, and it has its own rhythm, and there's a story. A couple that moves in together and the girl brings a ghost with her. Don't you hate when women do that? And so, you know, there's so many different levels in terms of the humor. So for me, it was, I just wanted to make a really funny micro-budget comedy, and it's the first of its kind, I think. So that's another reason why to do it. I like to be the first guy to the party, not the last.
What about that?
That was just the house settling. No big thing. Just go back to sleep. Just
Go back to sleep.
The wind?
Negro, the windows are closed.
Oh, hell no! I'm out.
What? Malcolm! Malcolm! Really?
Is it fun to kind of switch from? Because I mean, you've mostly acted, but now you're producing, you're writing. I mean, you're doing a lot more. You've got, you know, different projects all over the place. Is it fun to kind of branch out? I mean, is that what you're looking to do?
You know, I've been doing writing and producing in my whole career. You know, Wayans brothers, from my first sketch that we did on In Living Color. Me and Sean had to write that sketch because nobody wanted to write for Keenan and Damon's Little Untalented Brothers. And Sean said, for real, and that was Keenan and Damon talking. And so we'd stay at In Living Color till wee hours in the morning, writing, and hopefully some of our stuff would get done. And every now and then something did get done. And then when we left In Living Color, we create out of necessity. So we created our TV show, Wayans Brothers. We created that. And then we created Don't Be a Menace. We wrote that. Scary movie franchise. We wrote that, part 1 and part 2. 3 and 4, that's not my bullshit. But and then with this, it's like, and you know, White Chicks wrote it, Little Man wrote that, Dance Flick wrote and produced it. So producing is something that I do to help ensure the jokes, ensure that we're hiring the right people that's going to help us tell the jokes. So it's putting together the staff that's going to help you execute. And, you know, so writing and producing is something I've been doing for 10, 15 years, and now I'm just branching out and kind of doing it by myself without my brothers. But we will all do stuff together again. I know you're going to ask that question.
Well, I mean, you're like on tour with Sean right now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess some people may thought like this, or may think that this movie's just you trying to branch out and go away, but it was just a one-off little micro-budget project.
Yeah, this is like a one-off. Like, it's something, not one-off, but look, I'm going to continue to do these kind of movies. Like, you know, I like micro-budget films. I don't care about the trailer and the craft service and the lobster for lunch. I just want to make a movie. And this is what this is good for. And so I'm going to hopefully do a slate of micro-budget movies. And also, I wanted to work with my brothers and do some movies as well.
What about the other people? Like, Michael directed it, and I know you've worked with him in the past, and Essence is, I mean, Wayne's brother. I mean, she goes all the way back. But is it fun to kind of work with people you know so well and kind of feed off it, and then you throw in all these crazy comedians that you also know, and I mean, the movie was hilarious.
Thank you.
I mean, we all were cracking. I mean,
Yeah, we were laughing.
I don't think we've ever talked about rape more than after that movie.
Makes you look at it a little bit differently, right? Maybe it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Well, in terms of the cast and work, like Mike Titus, the director, came up in our camp. You know, Mike was my producing partner's assistant. He's been around with us through the trenches of Little Man and White Chicks. He 8 years and did his time, and so for me, giving him his shot, you know, we was gonna direct it together, but then we went to the DGA, and dude, it's like a secret society. First of all, like when I went in there, there was like Penny Marshall, there was like Tamra, what's her name, and Arthur Hiller was like stuffed, just like Gary Marshall was the end of the table. Taylor Hackford was leading, and it was just like, so you want to direct? It felt like a secret society. Remember when Superman? You ever seen Superman 2? When they sent like those 3 guys into space, and all the judges sitting, they was all sitting around going, "You committed this crime." That's what I felt like. Like they was just gonna ship me off to space. Like no. So they said I couldn't co-direct. That we couldn't co-direct. That one of us had to take the credit. And look, I know that I'll have the opportunity to direct at any given moment. But to give a guy a shot who's been really working toward that, you know, a friend of mine, you know, and somebody I've seen do the work, I nothing more than to bless my friend and go ahead, you go take this one and run with it. And you know, he did a great job. And as a producer, you're kind of the overseer of the project, and you're the director's director as the producer. So collectively, we had a committee, me, Rick, Alvarez, who co-wrote the movie with me, and Mike Titus, and we was the 3-headed beast, and we respected everybody's opinions. We drove each other crazy. I know I drove them crazy. When it comes to fighting for the jokes, I know what I'm talking about, and so that's what we fight. But they would fight on, we might be going too far, and sometimes they were right.
What material's too far? I mean, rape, Mandingo love. I mean, what's too far?
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Animals, yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, there was one scene, one part of the Mandingo party that we was talking about doing. No, not the Mandingo, the stuffed animals that we was gonna do at the very end. Like it wasn't even in the movie. It was at the found footage part. And you know, I had the 3 stuffed animals. I was like, yeah, bukkake, and I had the 3 animals, and I was over them, like, you know, and I was giving them a facial. And Rick was like, that's just too much. It's just too much.
Would that
I said, what are you talking about? I got ass raped by a ghost. Who are you? What are you talking about right now? I had a 20-minute scene fucking animals. What are you talking about? You make no sense. Like, we literally, we went back and forth. Like, we bought I Am Global, we had their opinion about it. Finally, I was just like, you know what? I'll save it for the DVD. It's fine. I think Bukkake's hilarious. You'll see it on the DVD.
Was it always rated R? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, did you have to cut something out?
No. We did it with kids' gloves. It's like we made the choice. Like we show, like when she squirted with the ghost, we actually have the footage where she squirted.
No, really?
Yeah, but we chose before we even showing it.
It sounds like
to
a
the
waterfall,
audience.
Marlon. You don't have to listen to
That happens, man. I'll tell you something. You got to do this fork by fork. Be patient. Tell her push out. All right, here's the thing. Okay. So with the I forgot what I was saying. Oh God.
Dirty thoughts just coming to his brain.
The what?
Just dirty thoughts are coming to your brain right
Yeah, they are. I see. It's what you started looking. She's all hot. And
Yeah,
all
I'm
that.
like,
She is. She's like, oh,
those stuffed animals, man, they got it good.
they were getting it.
We want to know if there is going to be an action.
No,
about
I know what I'm
stuffed
saying.
animals.
Okay, what I was saying was, basically, I was saying, I should do that as the porn on the DVD, like the stuffed animal sex. I just make it a porn, put porn music to it. Dum, 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 dum. I'm gonna do that for you.
Thank you.
So we had the squirting scene. We actually showed it, but before showing it to the audience, we was like, you know what? Our I Am Global steward for it was like, you know, it may be too much. We was like, squirting just, I don't know, it just may be a little too much. I'm like, you're English, I get it. And it's like, I said, you know what? I was like, here's what we can do. And we all compromised. And what we did was we just heard it. So now you have the visual in your head, and you're laughing because you heard it, and you don't necessarily need to see it. So it wasn't grotesque, because seeing it may have been a little bit too much, but hearing it was funny. I'll put the seeing it on the DVD.
So how much footage did you guys
I want a
get?
DVD you could laugh to and then masturbate to. That's what.
Oh, damn. Doesn't get any better than that.
It's a complete movie
Masturbation.
experience. Wow.
I totally want to see the stuffed animals on eBay. That will make
They're in
it
my
a
house. So
DVD.
you talk about eBay. I sleep with them. Those are my babies. But yeah, come ready, girl. Let's do this.
How about we do a charity fundraiser or something?
For the stuffies.
Yeah, well, we put something to help the children, but you put.
You're gonna give them the stuffies.
No, you don't give children molested
The
animals.
stuffed animals.
I don't think they want
that. Make a lot of money, but
I don't know if they want to do that.
Someone's gonna get that poor duck. It's
Yeah.
just gonna squeak. Oh.
Would
that
you
was
go back
funny.
to doing television?
Yeah, I actually have a deal with ABC right now. I'm creating a show for myself as an inappropriate dad, which is pretty much what I
Would
am.
you do a cameo on Happy Endings?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, my nephew actually asked
Yeah,
me, and I said, yeah, if it's funny, don't give me something bad.
Do you mind if we ask you about
And
other
I got
projects?
a movie, a TV show I'm producing for my nephews called Second Generation Wayans, which is going to be on BET, and that's for my sister's sons, Damien and Craig, and I make an appearance on that, and I'm producing it.
Cool. What about the old? I mean, the Richard Pryor thing has been in for years. Are you
like-
ever going to be Richard Pryor?
I hope so.
We'd love
God
to see
willing, I would love to, but when Hollywood's ready to make that movie, I'll be ready to make it because I've been doing stand-up now for 2.5 years and preparing for that moment. So
How are you liking stand-up?
I love it. It's one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. It helped. It made me a better writer for this. I know it's funny in my head. I know how to make people laugh. I know it's no longer. I don't question it anymore. I kind of know what's going to be funny and what's not going to be funny from working with audiences.
How was the Dallas audience? Didn't you have one last night?
Incredibly drunk, but they were drunk as hell. Can I talk? Or you want to talk?
Are you as dirty in your stand-up as you are in your comedy? I mean, your movie.
Yeah, I am, but I'm not. Like, I talk about everything from sports to politics to relationships to, I talk about it all. But I'm a bad boy and I have a dirty little mind, so yeah, it's a little bit dirty. So what? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Is there anything you won't do? I mean, because how naked were you?
Yeah, you showed your ass a lot.
I show my ass
So
on stage.
thank you.
You go to the right show, I may show my ass on stage.
I might have to go.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. Because I don't care if it's going to be funny. I'll light myself on fire.
Oh my god.
Pretty much. Everything but this, I'm like, no, it's not this. Let's put something over this. But everything else is just light on fire. I do it for the jokes.
Well, what about a lot of us remember you from Rec Room. Like, would you go back and do something serious too?
Yeah, if the right project came along, sure. But chances are, they're not going to come my way. So in the meantime, when they do, great. Or if something great comes along and I go out and I want to go read and try to impress a director and get casted in it, great. But if not, then I do this, man. I love this. I love comedy. It's a lot harder than drama.
Well, you're funny at it.
Thank you, bro.
Paranormal activity at the Johnson residence in suburban Los Angeles.
Yeah! I kicked you in your ghost balls! I got something for you!
Hi, I'm Chip. You must be Malcolm.
Yeah, that's pretty good. How'd you know?
Psychic. I have a lot of powers all over my body. How far are you gonna go to get this demon out?
I'll do anything. What is this supposed to do?
This just got weird.
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Hey, Ray.
What you taping for, Keisha? We thugs. We can't be on no TV. Can't wait to get my hands on this food. Show yourself.
No, don't do that.
Come on, Jay. What happened to your furniture, cuz?
I have a little something to help alleviate some of that stress.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh my God! That was awesome! Spider-Man. I'm Father Doug. I'm here to unpossess you.
Do you know how to connect the cuts?
Tic-tac-toe in your face.
Well, welcome to the Terror Dome. Come on, jam.
Man, that breath is kicking. I can only imagine what the kitty smell like.
And if you think that's some freaky stuff, wait until you see what we have in store for you right here on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to like us and follow us.